Please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Be warned, explicit language.
Welcome everybody to Jojo's Talks. This is the very first episode. It took us forever to get this shit up and running, but thank God it's finally going. So that's great. I'm here with my engineer who's currently leaving the room, Mr. Charisma G. He's starting his own podcast, so I'm gonna keep you guys updated with that and everything else like that. So this is the first episode is going to be called Welcome. And let's go ahead and get right into it. So I'm Jojo. I don't give out my government. For those of you who know me, you know my government. So there we go. We already started a good start. I'm 20 and I have been all over creation, literally. For those of you that don't know, excuse me, y'all. Smoking. Anyway, for those of y'all that don't know, I moved. What was I going to say? That's great. Anyway, for those of you guys that don't know, I moved to Virginia. And then from Virginia, I graduated when I just recently graduated. So when I was 19, so now I'm 20. So last year, I moved to Ohio, and then from Ohio, went back to Virginia for 5 months. Then I left, and then I came to North Carolina. Now I'm currently hanging out in New Orleans. Yay. Oh my goodness. And big shout outs to Charisma on the theme song. He made the song, and I think it's awesome. So, you guys should definitely hit him up and try to get a beat from him. He's a nice dude, You play your cards right, he'll help you out. Okay. So now that we got that out the way. So if you guys remember, for some of you guys, I have a Facebook page that's titled Jojo's Talks. And I went around on Facebook Messenger and I asked you guys, what topic would you guys want to hear me talk about? Oh, and thank you so much to the people that went to the page and liked it. I'm so grateful that you did it. And YouTube, I got 3 subscribers. But it's all good. It's all good. You gotta crawl before you start walking, and you gotta walk before you start running. So there you go. So the first topic, the only topic I got was relationships. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Relationships is a very big topic because there's so many relationships in the world. We got friends. Well, no, it's not that many relationships. Let me see. There's friendships, there's love relationships, and we got family. Did I say friends already? I don't know, but we got friends also. So here we go. We're gonna hit this topic. So obviously, I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like he was talking about all those relationships. It was basically about relationships, with a partner, with a person. Now, what can I say about relationships, man? Oh, there's a lot to say about relationships. Well, you can't always trust everybody that walks in your life. You know what I mean? You can't trust everybody. I'm very, a lot of people, being around me growing up, a lot of people, when I first moved back from North Carolina, well, shit, moved back. Moved back from North Carolina, and I started in Galway. And, I met a lot of people there, and a lot of people liked me. And, I was kind of, to a degree, for a good year, a good year. I ain't going to even say or so. A good year I was popular, but then I slowly realized you cannot trust everybody because you got people that talk about you. So you can't trust everybody that walks into your life. One. As far as sexual relationships or, being in a relationship with somebody else, I'm going to tell you from a woman's point of view, for all the females out there. One, don't open your legs to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Because I guarantee you, not all of them are clean. Just because he look clean, because he takes a bath and washes his teeth and ass, doesn't mean that he's not dirty, okay? Until that nigga put on either a condom or you go to fucking Kaiser or wherever you go, that's your, wherever your primary care doctor, whatever it is, don't fuck that nigga, okay? It's not worth it. Second of all, we as women, we gotta learn how to be more loyal to our men. you know, have an open mind about things. If you're closed-minded and you act like a typical female, like, for example, the person I'm with right now, he has a lot of female friends, and I have a lot of male friends. Now, being in a relationship where somebody is, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but somebody doesn't like you having female friends or male friends, that's a bad relationship, I'll tell you that now. If your man has friends and they're female friends, I don't know how to feel about this one. This is a hard subject. I ain't gonna lie to you. Have an open mind, okay? Because not every female is out there to try to be your home wrecker. And hey, when I first met, the dude I'm with now's friends or whatever, the first one I met when I moved down here, I didn't know, I was kind of mad. I was on the fence a little bit. Because, being that they had a little history or whatever, I was just kind of like, okay, bitch, who are you and what you doing here? And I'm going to stay. And at first, I didn't want to come and sit and listen and talk to them. But, at that particular time, I didn't know her. And she turned out to be a pretty cool female. But I'm like, I'm going to stay right here and watch you like a fucking hawk. I don't know who you are, and I don't want you touching my man. But with that being said, have an open mind about certain things, okay? Men, because y'all not excluded from this, okay? Y'all not excluded, all right? Oh, shit, charisma just ran off when I said that shit. Y'all not excluded, though, for real. First off, y'all need to stop leading women on, okay? That's gonna segue myself into another topic about relationships. We're gonna stick right here on this one. Stop leading women on, okay? Alright, stop whipping your dick out, okay? Stop putting your dick in everything that has a fucking hole in it, okay? Because not everything that has a hole in it, just like I said with women, is clean, okay? And not saying that anybody's gonna have, not ain't nobody really gonna walk around with fucking, papers from the doctor claiming, hey, I want to have sex with you, but here you go, and I want to have sex with you, and just so you know I'm not dirty, here's my papers from my doctor. Ain't nobody doing that shit, okay? Ain't nobody doing that. Only person I know that did that shit was Steve from off of fucking American Dad. And we all saw how that went well for him, if y'all watch that shit. Because not everybody watches American Dad. Nobody watches cartoons. Well, not everybody watches cartoons. The people that don't watch cartoons, y'all niggas suck. Y'all need to get off y'all damn high horse and stop acting like we're adults now. We don't watch cartoons. Watch some fucking cartoons. Get over it. Stop making me laugh. Oh shit! I'm gonna tell you the hottest cartoon that's out here today, and and I'm pretty sure everybody know about it. Everybody in them might know about it. It's called Rick and Morty, or something. As far as I know, those are two main characters. Now I know it's Rick and Morty, but I don't know if it's the Adventures of Rick and Morty or if it's just Rick and Morty. Either way, that okay. Okay, it's just Rick and Morty. So either way, that shit's hot. All right, I like it. Nobody cares. Okay. Anyway, my
If they like Back to the Future, then they would care.
my engineer is telling me that it's based off of Back to the Future. But you know, for all these people out here, because I have a Wikipedia nerd who sits on Wikipedia all the time and researches these things. So if you didn't know that, now you know.
Actually, I learned that from the creators themselves.
This is my podcast, not yours. I asked you, I said, do you want to chime in? You said no. But if you want to, I'm not saying you can't, but just saying next time make these things more clear before we start.
I will when it's relevant.
Okay. So anyway, where was I going with this? So yeah, men, like I said, ain't nobody gonna be carrying around no fucking paperwork stating that they clean. Now, when we was in that school, because I don't know, some of y'all might still be in school taking health class, depending on how old you are. Some might not be. But when we were in school, because I've been out of school officially a year, yay, that shit was hell. But then I miss it because I ain't got shit to do now. But either way, they said the safest way to avoid pregnancy or getting an STD or STI. For those who don't know what an STD and an STI is, let's go over that. STD is sexually transmitted disease. STI is sexually transmitted illness. Yes. A disease is infection or illness. And disease is something that you have for life. That means you gonna die. It's gonna take you out or you gonna die with it. And illness is something that can be cured within a week or two or less. Depends. Although I have heard that shit, if you're a female, that shit will fuck you up afterwards. You will fucking want to fucking rip your pussy off and beat it with a fucking baseball bat. And you might not be able to pee. But that's what I heard. So yeah, not everybody's clean. Listen to your women, all right, man? Do it. I'm telling you from a female's point of view. Listen to your females, okay? We go through some shit. Y'all might not believe it, but we go through some shit. Not all, and you know, even if we ain't talking about shit, listen to what the fuck we are talking about. I don't care. I could be talking about some fucking. I could be on my monthly, and I could be talking about any fucking thing. Okay, I'm not. Oh man, let me give you a good example. I'm the type of female. I'm very personal. I don't care if you don't like it. Oh well, this is who I am. You're gonna have to accept me for who I am. So you know that's just how I am. Listen to what I have to say, and I'm always fucking right. Although in this relationship I'm not, but just saying, it's a stereotype and it's true. Females are always right to a degree. We're not always right. And you know, real women will admit when they've been wrong, when they're wrong. But we are always right. Stop laughing over there. Let me see what else. Like, and this is another thing that goes within having an open mind. Okay, if your man got a side chick and you know about it, this is some shit I learned from this little African chick that I watch on YouTube. Whether this shit is real or not, she likes to call her man side chick and tell her, you know, some dumb shit. Anyway, if your man got a side chick and you know about it, You should get his phone. If he gives you the code, you should call her up. I'm just saying. You never know. Like I said, have an open mind. If you like females or whatever, a threesome is in your future. Just saying. Be open-minded about it. Have an open mind. With that being said, hold up. Have an open mind about the shit. And even if you're not in the females, have an open mind about the shit. Give it a try, you know? Just give it a try once. If you don't like the way pussy tastes, I guarantee you your money back in 30 days. I ain't got no money. So you gonna be broke. But either way, yeah. Okay, what else is there? Oh, another thing. Y'all niggas need to get out y'all damn phones. Oh my gosh. I come in here for a while. Me and my man, I will get up in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever the hell I get up. And this nigga is always on the fucking phone. This goes to pay attention to your women. Okay? I know I have an ex who regrets not paying attention to me. He keeps a fucking picture in his phone or in his tablet, which is fucking creepy because we're not together no more. But he says this reminds him, this is so, it reminds him to always pay attention to your female. We could be taking a shit, nigga. You better be paying attention indefinitely. You never know. We could be doing a lot of things and you wouldn't know about it. So, let me see. What else is there about relationships? Always tell each other everything, okay? No matter what it is. If you're with somebody and they love you unconditionally, always tell them everything. No matter what happens, always tell them the truth. Because if they love you and they love you unconditionally and they'll take you for whatever baggages you have, always tell them everything. Be truthful with them. You know, that's what we do. We always truthful with each other. You know, I mean, nothing bad ever happens between us. But just saying, always be truthful to your man. And y'all know, not even women and men, both of y'all. Because, hey, I've known a few females in my life to do some shit and then lie about the shit. So always be truthful. Well, I thought about the ashtray here. So, yeah. By the way, I'm 20 and I smoke, okay? I smoke. So if you didn't pick that up, I smoke. There we go. Everything. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Because I'm so tired of these females saying, I'm a bad bitch. I'm a down bitch. I do everything for my man. Shut the fuck up with all that bullshit, okay? Because I guarantee you this. When it comes down to it, and his back is against the wall, what you gonna do? You gonna do what you do best. You gonna walk away from that nigga. You gonna call that other nigga you been talking to for the past 2 months or week or whatever, and you gonna leave that nigga by himself. So don't sit here and lie and say that you are down for the nigga when you know good and damn well you not. What you need to do is you need to stay with that nigga no matter whatever he's going through. You need to stay by his side no matter what. Whether that nigga got shot up and whether that nigga got some shit, stay by his side no matter what. And y'all men, do the same damn thing, okay? Because y'all think it's easy being a female, but let me tell you, it is not that easy. I know, because I done been one for 20 years. All of my life. Is there anything else I'm missing? Loyalty. Be loyal to your man. I think I covered that, but if I didn't, if y'all didn't, if you missed it, as I might have missed it, be loyal. Always stay loyal. Be loyal be more loyal to that nigga than a fucking dog, okay? When that nigga is in the bathroom, you better be sitting next to that nigga with some toilet paper. You can be the fucking dispenser. Be loyal to that nigga. For real. I mean, dead ass. You need to be loyal. What Kendrick Lamar said, loyalty, 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 nigga. Either way, be loyal to that nigga. Okay? If that nigga over there and he fucking making the whole room smell like straight ass because he keep farting, stay by that nigga's side. No matter what. Stay by his side. And for the most part, just love him for who he is. Because you can't change him because it's been that way since you met him. So you can't change him. So just love him for who he is. So that's just love relationships. Now let's get into these other relationships here. Family relationships. And let me tell you something I learned a long time ago. I was going through some shit. And that's a song. Just going through some shit. Well, I was going through some shit. And I realized this. It does not matter whether a person has the same genes as you or bloodline or anything like that. If that motherfucker treats you like trash and they don't fucking call you back or nothing like that, that's not your fucking family. Your family is the ones that treat you like family. They don't have to have your last name. They don't have to look like you. They don't have to be related to you. As long as they there for you when you need them most, that is a family member to me. I got plenty of fucking well, I got, yeah, so there you go. Okay? Yeah, there you go. Family is not the ones that have your last name. Family are the ones that have your best interests at heart. Those are the ones that want to see you thrive and succeed. Those are the ones that want to help you no matter what. Even if they in a fucked up predicament themselves, they're gonna stop to no ends to make sure that you got what you need. Now that is family, okay? I learned something from a wise woman. She crazy as shit, but I learned something from her. And she said, family, no matter who you meet in this world, okay? Somebody could fucking rob you, all right? Let me tell you something. Family, the people that are biologically related to you are the ones that are going to fuck you up the most in life, okay? I've learned this through experience. Family is the ones, then they're going to be the ones that do you the worst way possible. You ever been dumped by a nigga? Try being dumped by your family, nigga. I mean, really, try being wronged by your own flesh and blood. Now, that shit hurts. So, family is going to always be the ones that fuck you over the most. And you know why they do it? Because y'all have the last name, or y'all look related, or y'all got some type of something going on to where y'all are biologically related to each other. And that's why they feel like they can do it. Because they know they can get away with it. Because they know for a fact that we all are family. And that's all I got to say about that. I mean, hey, I learned that lesson hard way. I have a cousin. And I wanted to try to, I've always could go to family get-togethers and stuff like that. And my brothers and cousins, they'll go out and they'll do their thing. And I always wanted to be a part of that, you know. My family, my brothers and their cousins and our cousins, they'll go out and they'll hang out and they'll call each other, text each other. They all involved in each other's lives. So I tried to reach out to one of my favorite cousins and try to do that with him. But see, he didn't give me the same thing back in return. He's the type of cousin that hey, we hung out during, our family get together because, during the holidays, families tend to get together. I mean, some do, some don't. Ours, on my mother's side, we definitely did. Even on my dad's side, before my grandmother passed, we used to get together a lot. So, you know, um, you know, I tried to reach out to him and start a relationship like that with him. But like I said, he didn't return the same thing to me. I wanted to hang out with him and go party and do all these things with him, and he didn't want to do those things with me. So again, that was a lesson learned. And I let me tell you, I catfished this nigga once, okay? It was fun. I have a friend, and he told me he had a crush on her. So this is exactly what I did. I took and I told my friend to add him on Facebook. She gave me her password and login to get into her Facebook. And so, what? Huh? Really? Well, okay, we'll just skip past that story. But anyway, long story short, family is the one is the most they'll do you wrong. They'll fuck over you. They will fuck over you. Point blank. Period. So we done recovered love relationships, family relationships. Now let's get to the friendships. Oh, friendships. That's an interesting topic. This damn cigar would not stay lit for shit. So let's get into these friendships here, all right? Everybody that smiles in your face is not your friend, okay? I don't care what you say. The F word is mighty powerful, and you gotta be careful with just throwing that F word around, okay? That's a powerful ass word that only goes to people that you think is worth being in your circle. Now, as of lately, my circle has been getting smaller and smaller by the minute. I have so many. My circle is so small we could all fit in a car, a tiny one, okay, like a 2-seater, maybe a 4-seater. And that's just how small my circle has gotten. So really be careful who you call friends and who you don't call, who you call friends and all that good stuff. Okay, especially you got some people that say they're your friend and they do shit for you, but they just I don't know, they just like to make themselves comfortable in your life to it covers up the real shit that's actually going on behind your back. This is one of the reasons why I said when I first started elementary school, I realized everybody wasn't my friend because, I had to get out the popular crowd because I looked at what they did. They talk about people behind their back. They do a lot of fucked up shit, and I couldn't understand why. And this is how I learned this lesson. And this damn thing keep going out. All right, the lesson was you can't judge a book by its cover. And I know this is old and some people think it's cheesy or whatever, but the shit that saying is so true. You can't judge a book by its cover. I learned that from many experiences. My man can tell you about it. I've learned that from many experiences. Anyway, yeah, I learned that from many experiences. Now, let me tell you how this happened to me. When I was in elementary school, like I said, a lot of people wanted to know the new girl because I was new. I came to Galway when I was in the 2nd grade. So a lot of people wanted to know who I was. And, I came from North Carolina, and I didn't really, in North Carolina, I wasn't the most popular, but I wasn't shy to talk to people either at one point in time in my life. So,
I was never used. When I came down here and I saw these things happening, maybe I was just oblivious to the stuff that was going on around me, or maybe that shit just really generally did not happen. I don't know. But, like I said, when I came down here, I had to I had to kind of reshift things a little bit. It was really different. So, like I said, when I was in elementary, they used to talk about this one girl. And they used to say that she had a penis, okay? And she was, I would go along with it because being that I was in school and I was the tallest person, and people that went to school with me in elementary can vouch and say I was the tallest kid in fucking elementary school until I got to high school, and I felt like so fucking like a speck. I felt like a speck, which honestly at the first it didn't feel great. But then I felt awesome because during middle school and elementary school there were some tall kids, but I was still in the tall range, and a lot of people would fuck with me because I was so tall. So yeah. But when I got to high school, it was great because there was a lot of tall people, and I wasn't the only one. And I felt weird. It was really weird. But shut up. Anyway, so yeah, so they used to, and so the girl used to jump on my back and whatever when I was in elementary school, and I hated it. I absolutely fucking hated it. I told on this girl multiple times, and she would not stop until one day they finally got on her and said, "If you don't stop," I don't know what the hell they said to her. I forgot, but they said whatever. They said something to her, and so again, that's when the rumor started going around that she had a penis, that she was a boy. And I don't know what happened, between those times, but I finally took the time out of everything that was going on in elementary school to actually take the time to get to know who she was as a person. And when I figured out who she was as a person, I really just took to her and I loved her, and I could not for the life of me understand why these people would pick on her and say so much mean things to her. She was a really cool person, and I really enjoyed her company. Now we don't talk like that no more. We drift apart, but shit like that happens in life. We're not always gonna be friends forever. We outgrow each other. We do things. So that's how that goes. And, I started, and then, after that, after I got to know her, she introduced me to her friends and so on and so forth. And that's how I stopped being popular, and I stopped hanging out with the popular crowd. But I say all of this to say, you can't trust everybody that you put in your circle because not everybody is your friend. Everybody talks shit about, and I hated it because everybody talks shit about everybody. There was literally a fight every other week. Somebody had some disagreement. This is one reason why I don't have a lot of female friends as it is now, because I can barely put up with my bullshit. I can't even take your bullshit right now because I'm too involved in my bullshit, okay? So that's just how that goes. So, yeah, not everybody, and, people smile in your face all the time and stab you in your back. It's like you take a gamble when you open up your circle and open up the people and let them into your life. Now, I have a good example of that, but we're not going to get into that. But just know I made a mistake even as of now, even when I left and I went to high school, made a mistake on a few things of letting them, getting to know people and them doing some old fuckboy shit. So there you go. But lesson learned. Now I don't really talk to a lot of people now because I done been fucked over by so many people. It's not even fucking funny, okay? But I learned. I learned. You can't tell everybody your business, okay? Even if they think if let me tell you something else. If you're talking to somebody, and let's just say, you don't talk to these people on a daily basis, okay? And, they're supposed to be your friend. At one point, y'all were close, but y'all don't talk on a daily basis. Do not tell them your personal business, okay? They just there to be nosy. That's all they are. They just there to be nosy. I know some people in my life that I talk to, and they will come in my life for a hot fucking second, literally a second. I can count the seconds they're in my life, and they disappear, you know? And then they pop back up when shit's going wrong, but when everything's going right, you know, they're nowhere to be found, you know? And I'm gonna tell you something else, and this is just shit in general. I don't care what you have. I don't give a fuck about your, to a degree, I don't give a fuck about your life to a degree, because listen, don't call me to tell me about what's going on in your life. I got too much shit going on in my life to really care about your life. If you got a car, great. If you got a fucking mansion, awesome. If you just started the fucking shit gold out your ass, I don't care. That's awesome for you. Don't call me and brag to me about what the fuck is going on in your life, because I damn sure don't do it to you. I don't care. I honestly do not care. To a degree, I just don't care. Because obviously, if you can't call me to check up on me or to see how I'm doing or anything like that, and you don't definitely do it on a daily basis, you just call to be nosy, I don't care about your life. I don't care. I really don't. And it's very harsh. It's a very harsh reality. But the truth hurts, damn it, and it has to be said. I don't care. Do what you do. But let me see. By the way, you guys, if you hear dogs barking, we got dogs here. We got dogs. They need to be brought in, but we ain't did a check because I'm scared of the motherfuckers. They're huge. Well, one of them is. One of them's just tiny. She likes to yap. They're cute. They're cute. One thing I've noticed since I moved down here to New Orleans is people love fucking pit bulls. Why is that? Like, I never understood that. Every place I've been, neither they smoke. Actually, they do both. They smoke cigarettes and they have dogs. I've noticed that since I've been here. I have not been to one house, or have I? Maybe one, but they don't smoke in the house. But no, I can't even name a house I haven't been in that nobody smokes. It's crazy. But yeah, and since I've been around pit bulls, I'm not gonna lie to you, they are adorable. They're like huge, but they're fucking adorable. They're like fucking overgrown babies to a degree. To a degree, okay? You know, going back to, I had a friend, she had a pit bull. And the pit bull, I would lay on her bed from time to time, and, you know, I think she had a bump bed, and her dog used to, I don't know if I was laying in her bed or whatever, but yeah, I would lay in her bed. So her bed, because my friend's bed was on the bump, it was the bump bed. So I was taking a nap at her house, and I don't know if I was asleep or not, but I do know I woke up with dog ass in my face. Fucking awesome. Best thing in life, you know? And no, they asses do not smell like cookies, okay? They don't smell like cookies. I'm more of a cat person. I mean, I like all animals. Anything that's furry is fucking adorable, okay? At one point, I thought bats were adorable, and I still do, to a degree. To a degree. So yeah. Now, I was going to touch on one topic, but we're not going to talk about that topic. I'm going to say that for another episode. Today, we're going to talk about something. We're just going to talk about something that to some people might be controversial because of my opinions on it. To some people, that might agree. We're going to talk about parenting. Let's get into these parenting, okay? Now, I don't have any children, okay? Not at the moment. But I can tell you this. I have a friend, and to a degree, she is a single mother. And from what she tells me, it sounds like it's hard. But not everybody that has children is cut out to be a parent. And I'm not going to lie about that. Not everybody that has kids can call themselves a parent. And this is why I say this. You can give that baby all the love in the world that you want to. But if you're not financially stable, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. Because guess what? When you first have that baby, uh, you know, you're gonna need to buy diapers, formula, and everything else, okay? So, not everybody that has kids to me aren't stable. They might be able to give them the affection that they need, but financially, because babies can love you and everything, but they can't live off your love. You can't feed the baby, and you can't clothe the baby, and you can't give it something to shit in, then that is a no-go. That's a no-go. One thing I have to say is y'all mothers out there, because I got a friend, she has a son. Y'all niggas need to stop getting defensive, okay? When niggas give y'all fucking ideas about little things that y'all should try with your children, okay? Don't get defensive. I don't have kids, but if not saying that, hey, not saying that if I had a kid right now that that I would be financially stable to take care of one. But if I don't have the money to take care of a child, and they're not even old enough to really even know that they're in this world, and it comes down to certain little things, I'm gonna try my best to do what I can. Back in the day, we didn't have money, not that we didn't have the money, but we didn't always go to Chuck E. Cheese or Jeepers, if anybody remembers that, because I do. They call it Planet. What the fuck do they call it now? They call it Planet One? No, or neither it's Planet One or Planet Fun. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Jeepers, but let me tell you, when I was living with my dad and whatever, my dad's girlfriend would take me and her grandkids to Jeepers, and we would have fucking fun, okay? But not everybody can afford to go to, Chuck E. Cheese or do these things, Back in the day, like I said, parents will go and have cookouts for their kids, or have like for example, if I had a relative that had a nice size house or a nice backyard, we'd take and grill outside or cook something on the inside, and we do something small like that. You know what I mean? But hey, like I said, if your child is like fucking a few months old, about to be one, they're not gonna remember that. Cause I guarantee you, I don't even remember half the shit I did when I was like, fucking 1 year old. All I can tell you was I was a badass kid. I had a fucking car. I don't know if anybody ever had one of these cars or if they even remember these cars, but they had these cars that were foot powered and they were made out of plastic. And when I was a baby, I was a badass little kid. I took the top off the car and I made that bitch to a convertible. I want a convertible and I made it into a convertible. I took the top off. And I was still running around that bitch like I was on the fucking episode of Flintstones out this bitch. And on top of that, my dad always tell me this story, or used to tell me this story. When we was living back in DC on Park Road, I guess my crib was was the one next to the lamp, or next to the what's some things called? The light thing, flicker thingy, that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Light switch. And yeah, my crib was right there, right underneath the light switch, and my mom and dad would be asleep, and I would wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd flick on the damn lights. They think somebody trying to rob them, and it was just me being a badass little baby. And I got this one picture that I took underneath, underneath the cabinet, underneath the sink. So yeah, I forgot what I was going with that. But yeah, like I said, not everybody is financially stable. But stop being on the fence when people give you something that's very inexpensive to do. Okay? Also, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, okay? Do not spare the rod. I am a great person, okay? Because my grandmother and my mother whooped the shit out of me. I can tell you, I've been whooped with a lot of objects, okay? I have been whooped with a switch. Has anybody been whooped with a fucking switch before? Let me tell you, that shit's not pleasant, okay? I had webs on my back. Let me tell you, one time when I was with my grandmother, and she told me to get in the bathtub. We had fucking one. There's a few. I have. We ain't gonna get into that. But she told me I had to get out of the bathtub, and so we had this. One of our friend of the family had came over. Friends came over or whatever. They claimed that the fuck was that? Anyway, they claimed that we was related or whatever. So she came over. And my grandma had just went out and bought me this new outfit. She said, don't go anywhere until I tell you to get out the bathtub. But because this particular person came over to the house, I thought it was okay to get out the bathtub. I tell you, till this day, I regret that shit, okay? Let me tell you why. My grandmama said, who told you to get out that bathtub? I ran so fucking fast. Thank God I didn't take the water out the bathtub. When the friend left out the house, my grandmother came in there with a fucking switch, and I was in the bathtub. Let me tell you, the worst whoopings you could ever have is when your ass is wet in the fucking bathtub. She tore my ass up. And don't do some shit in school and think you're gonna get away with it. Cause sometimes they'll do this shit. They'll make you seem like, oh, okay, it's okay. And then they wait until you go to sleep and you get good and damn comfortable. And you in between, you in reality, but you in between that sleep realm, and they will whoop your ass. I done had that shit happen to me too. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I do know I was about to go to sleep. And I woke up, my grandma turned on the light. She said, I told you I was gonna do it, didn't I? I told you. She came in there and tore my ass up. Worst whooping I ever had in my life, because I had pillows and everything on the bed. That shit could not shield me from the wrath of my grandmother. That shit hurt. So look, I came out pretty good. Knock on wood. I'm okay. I think I'm good. So look, I don't give a fuck where we are. If I have a child, don't you go in fucking public and embarrass me. I don't care who looking. I'm gonna do whatever, do what I do, okay? If we in the damn house and are we doing something and you start whining, I'm whooping your ass, okay? If you do some shit and you know and you gonna look at me like he hell nigga, your ass getting fucking whooped. Simple as that. I don't understand why people don't take and do that shit. These people are saying, well, you know, I don't have to do this and that. And look at this shit. You gonna have fucking white kids running around here like, fuck you, mom, at fucking 12. I triple dog dare my child to fucking cuss me out. We gonna have some problems, and you better not call me by my first name, okay? Because we gonna definitely have some problems. So like I said, I don't believe in sparing the rod. You whip a kid with a belt, and they come out as sweet as anything. But I done got whooped with a lot of things. I done got whooped with a fucking ruler, a plastic one. I done got whooped with a fucking paddle. My uncle did that shit. God bless his soul. But I hated him ever since that time. So yeah, okay, I got whooped with a paddle. I got whooped with a switch. I got whooped with a damn drop cord. I got whooped with a slipper. I done got whooped with so many damn things, it's not even funny, okay? It's not even funny. I done got whooped with hands and everything else in between. And I came out okay. What? So whatever. I came out okay. To a degree. I smoke weed and I do other things. But look, I'm good. I'm good. Mentally, I think I'm good. Physically, I'm good. I can walk and I can talk and I can say my ABCs. Backwards? No. Forward, sure. Backwards, it'll be a struggle. We be sitting there all day probably. But either way, Whoop your kids. Whoop their asses. Okay? Whoop they ass. Okay? I have a friend, I call her, and her son be doing every damn thing in the world. She's like, well, he's one. I don't give a fuck. He's one and he's old enough to get in the shit. He's old enough to get his ass whooped. Simple as that. Done did some old fuckboy, whoop their ass. Simple as that. I don't care. Whoop their ass. What else do I have to say about parenting? I don't know about parenting. So that's a big topic too, right there. Because everybody has different ways of parenting. So, that's my advice. You don't have to take my advice. Most people wouldn't. But it is what it is. We live in a day and age now where they feel like, well, you know what? I can't whip you, but I put you in timeout. I've been in timeout a few times. That shit ain't do shit for me. I went back and did the same shit I was doing and went back in the timeout. Timeout don't do shit for nobody, okay? I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that can vouch for that. Only time I really got in timeout was I was in elementary school back in North Carolina. They put me in timeout, and I learned my lesson. But then I go and do some other fuckboy shit to get me back in timeout. I was a bad kid. Man, I was a bad kid. Let's see. Stop rewarding your kids when they do dumb shit. Stop it, okay? Just stop it, all right? They do some dumb shit. Do not reward their ass, okay? Whoop their ass. That's my number one damn thing I have to say about parenting. I don't care. Whoop their ass. When they infants, don't do it, because then that's fucking child abuse. But when they old enough to get in this shit and they start breaking shit and throwing shit and spilling shit, if you're old enough to put your hands on it, you're old enough to get your ass whooped. One thing I learned, if a kid is too quiet, and it's just too fucking quiet in the house, they doing some shit they not supposed to be doing. But yeah, not everybody that has children is cut out to be parents. Simple as that. Because yeah, you can love them to death, literally, but it won't do anything. Okay, financially, you gotta have a financial background. You gotta be able to provide. You gotta be able to do certain things. If you don't have the money to do it, or the means, or the financial means to do it, then it's null and void. Okay. So yeah, that was a very short topic because there's a lot of things I'd say, but a lot of things I'm not going to really give my input on because, this is not a show to slander people or say fuckboy shit. So that's where I lead. That's where this topic leads off to. And so, let's see here. Okay, let's leave this off on a brighter note. Next topic. Oh, first off, how did I forget? We're going to squeeze this bitch in here. Okay, so I don't know if anybody follows Little Kim on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. She just came up with this new music video. It's We Took a Break. But I guess we back now, bitch. I guess. Anyway, let me tell you. I like the music video. There's a lot of things in there that point to red flags. But, yeah. But, I liked the video. It was cool or whatever. But I'm going to say this, my only thing I have about it is if you have a deep voice, do not put auto-tune on your shit, okay? I literally thought there was a man. I thought it was a man at first. And then I listened and I was like, oh, that's her. So if you got a deep-ass voice, auto-tune is not for you. It's not going to do you no justice. That's just going to make you sound like you a man with fucking a disease of the throat. So don't do it. But like I said, getting into it, let's talk about growing up and some of the funner things we had growing up. I was going to talk about TV shows, but hell, why not expand it a little bit more? A little bit. So, does anybody fucking remember Rugrats? I mean, I think that's I think everybody remembers Rugrats, Hey Arnold, all that, the Amanda Bynes show and all those things. You know what I know I cannot get? Oh, Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was a shit until I got older and I realized that shit was fucking disgusting. Cause like how they drew them. I mean, not how they drew them, but some of the things they had them doing just made me sick to my stomach. And I don't know if anybody's watched Rocco's Modern Life, but that was cool. And they had this one TV show, I think it was called Kablam. I think that's what it was. Wait, no. Okay, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this other one, or was it Bam or Boom? It was something, but it was a dumbass TV show that used to come on. It was I think it was like a stop motion TV show or whatever, and it was basically fucking action figures on the fucking screen. Action League now. I remember that shit. I never watched it. I always wanted to catch it, but I always thought it was a dumb show. Does anybody remember Ubi? Or yeah, is it Ubi? I think it's Ubi or something like that. That was a shit. That was a shit back then. Then Oswald. I was when I was back in North Carolina before I came out to Maryland. I used to watch a lot of fucking Noggin. Okay, does anybody remember Degrassi? Okay, let me tell you, when Drake came out and started making music, I said, Jimmy can walk again. I knew that nigga was faking. I knew it. I said, they done did some shit to Jimmy, and little Jimmy can walk again. Ain't that a fucking blessing? Speaking of Drake, what the fuck happened to this nigga? This nigga done fell off. Some people might disagree with me and say his shit is hot. Nigga, I haven't listened to Drake since fucking Worst Behavior. And now a lot of people might disagree and say that was a bad song. But I actually like the song. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. Well, we're talking to Mr. Music Prodigy over here, and he believes that certain things he makes is horrible. Mostly everything I like is terrible. He don't like Frank Ocean. I fucking adore Frank Ocean. Would I sleep with him? No. But I would love to have a conversation with him, just like I would love to have a conversation with Kendrick Lamar. Because I really want to know what these fucking niggas be thinking about when they make music. What else? I don't know. I can never, like I was saying, I can never get anybody to ever remember this show. This was a little kid show back in the day. It was called, back this up, I'm gonna sit back. It was called Bear in the Big Blue House. And let me tell you, I remember, and Out of the Box. I know people remember Out of the Box. I know I can't be the only kid that remembers Out of the Box. And we know, I think everybody remembers fucking Sesame Street, because Sesame Street was around when my mother was a fucking kid. So with that being said, I think everybody know about Sesame Street. I heard, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I heard that they had took and moved Sesame Street from the show, from where they usually broadcast it, and they have a deal now with HBO. So now you have to pay to actually watch Sesame Street, which is fucked up. You know, we still got Dora. I don't understand why Dora is... Where is her parents? Where the fuck is her parents? Like, Dora fucking goes everywhere with her book bag and her fucking monkey. Like, really? I think I heard, I don't know if I came up with this theory, but I think somebody, it was a dumbass theory. They was saying that, what was it? That she was having sex with Swiper or some shit like that. And that's when she's like, Swiper, no swiping. No, fucking Swiper was a fucking rapist. That's what I heard. And she didn't want him to take her fucking 8-year-old cookies. So Swiper, no swiping, motherfucker. Keep your dick in your pants or in your fur or whatever the fuck. Keep it where it's hidden. Oh man, does anybody remember the Teletubbies? I officially fucked up the Teletubbies for this nigga over here, okay? We ain't gonna get into what I should say it, but I don't know if I should. I said, first off, they should make a black Teletubby, okay? He's black, okay? And I said they should make it so he pimps out all the fucking Teletubbies. And he used the vacuum cleaner to masturbate with, because I know everybody remembers that damn vacuum cleaner. Sound like he got some good head to me. Before I forget, I thought I don't know if I was gonna do this or not, but I'm gonna do it because I thought about it. I said I don't know I was gonna do it. Because I haven't figured out a schedule as to how often how often I'm gonna be doing these shows, or if I'm gonna do it in the same month, or if I'm gonna switch it up and do it monthly or whatever. But happy birthday to all November babies out there. Okay, I know y'all got some Scorpios out there, some Sagittarius, and different parts of the month. But happy birthday to all y'all. I don't know who all y'all are, so this is why it's one big ass fucking happy birthday to whoever it is out there. Just take the compliment if it ain't your birthday, because I guarantee you I'm gonna forget. So remember that. But does anybody remember the Parkers? The Parkers was the shit. I like the Parkers, and I like the Jamie Foxx show. And I know good and damn well everybody probably still watch Martin because they wrote that shit like it ain't shit. Martin show. I like Martin. It wasn't all. It was alright. It wasn't all that. What else was out there? Moesha. I used to watch Moesha. It was good. And then you got Rocket Power. Rocket Power was awesome to a degree. Liked it. What else we got? Did I say Ubi Oswald? Did I say Oswald already? Oh, Ferrat Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. That's my shit. That was my shit back in the day. Oh, and let me get back to this Bear in the Big Blue House. I think I said Out of the Box already. That was a good show. But let me tell you, back when I was younger, I remember before I moved to North Carolina, I would be over my grandmother's house, my mother's house. And I remember getting up, and I don't remember. I don't know how I got there. It's so long ago, but I remember waking up, and I remember on certain days of the week. I don't know if it was the weekend or whatever. I would get up, and I would be like fucking royalty in this bitch. Oh, does anybody remember Johnny Bravo? Anyway, what happened? I got up, and my granddaddy will always cook me fucking Eggos and sausage links and scrambled eggs, cheese eggs. Let me tell you, you ain't lived till you try some of my cheese eggs. I got the recipe from my mother. My mother got the recipe from her father. And let me tell you, that shit good. So yeah, and I remember waking up, and the first thing that would come on, I would be sitting in front of TV on the floor, watching Disney Channel back when it was good, because Disney Channel ain't shit now, and I'm gonna say it, Disney Channel ain't shit. They got too many reality shows on there. And at one point it was just all cartoons, and now they got a separate TV. They got a separate network for that, and I don't even like it. I don't even like whatever they got. Does anybody remember House of Mouse? That was the shit. Yeah, so back then, yeah, I would get up and I would be sitting in front of the thing, and I would smell the food cooking, and as soon as I remember this one time, as soon as Big Bear in the Big Blue House came on, that was my shit in the day. I would be eating breakfast, and it was like and I would think to myself, this shit can't get any better. It couldn't. And then Roly Poly came on, and I was like, oh my gosh, today is awesome. It was awesome. Oh man, I got a story for y'all, but you know what? I'm gonna say that on another day. It's a really good one. But let me tell you, Johnny Bravo can influence you to do some dumb shit. Let's just leave it on that. I am never gonna get this shit to light. Damn it. So yeah, there you go. You know what? I did miss one topic on friendships. Let me say this. If you got somebody in your life, okay, because I know I do. If you got somebody in your life that always constantly calls you, that when you need them, they're there for you, you're there for them, but when it's time for you to need them, they don't return the favor, it is a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? What type of relationship is that? That is a toxic relationship. Get out of it, okay? Don't sit here and tell yourself that one day they're going to change, because ultimately they're going to tell you they're going to change every time they talk to you, which also leads me into, don't listen to people that pop in and out of your life, okay? Because I have people in my life that'll be around for a hot second and then disappear for months at a time. It's a toxic relationship, and it's not a good one. It is damaging. It's damaging to both people. Honestly, it's not even damaging to both people. It's mostly damaging to the person that is being done to. Toxic relationships are terrible. And if you know you're in one, don't sit there and take that shit. It's not worth it. You know, there's plenty of other people out here that'll like you for who you are, and you don't have to do nothing to earn their friendship. You don't have to jump through hoops. You don't have to perform tricks. You ain't gotta do shit. They just love you and they like you for who you are. So if you're in a toxic relationship, and if you don't know you're in a toxic relationship, let's give you the signs on if you're a toxic relationship, okay? Give me a second while I light this up, because this bitch keep going out. Damn it. You want to do me a favor, babe? Okay. Here are the signs that you know that you are in a toxic relationship. I already said it. One, if you are constantly in somebody's corner, and when they need you, when you need them, they give you their ass to kiss, that's a toxic relationship. If somebody takes and fucking disappears for a long ass time, now here's a toxic relationship for you. When you have a friend that pops in and out of your life, and when you disappear, they want an explanation for why you've been gone for so long. Versus when they disappear, you don't ask. You just know that shit happens. Because shit does happen in life, you know? You can't control what happens. One day you got a left foot, the other day you don't. The next day you don't, okay? And that's one. If you got somebody that doesn't check on you on a daily basis, it's a toxic relationship, okay? It's not worth putting yourself through it, because in the end, you don't benefit from it, but they do. They benefit from you, and they take advantage of you and your kindness, which is it's just fucked up. It's just really fucked up. And I think a lot of people that do it need to stop, because it's really damaging. It's really damaging. Now, some people that don't give a fuck, they just not gonna give a fuck. You know, some people, they know they in this shit and they don't care. Well, kudos to you. Do what you do. But in the end, you're going through the shit. It's not worth it putting yourself through